Stop. Pay attention. We're about to test your common sense. Take a look at the drawing on your screen. We've got a question for you. If this bus started driving forward, which direction would it move? Left or right? Not so obvious, is it? While you're struggling with this, would it surprise you to know that nearly 80% of children under the age of 10 can answer this question instantly? So, why is it so difficult? Most of us navigate our daily lives with relative ease. You drive your car, cook your food, use your computers, and talk on the phone like you were born to do it. But have you ever stopped to think about the things you don't know? And we're not just talking about what you did or didn't learn in the classroom. We're asking some college students the same question.
We come to school and we learn history and math and science, but all too often we fail to learn how the world really works. Think about the things that we take for granted, the ubiquitous things we use in our everyday lives, like cell phones, or even a zipper. As simple as a zipper looks, do you actually understand how it works?
Stop for a second. Why don't you take a minute to think about it? You likely use a zipper every single day. But how does a zipper actually work? How does this simple device interlock two sets of teeth that you otherwise can't connect by hand? Harder to explain than you thought? We'll explain it in just a bit.
I mean, it's okay if you don't understand it. You don't actually need to fully understand a zipper to prevent a wardrobe malfunction like my friend over here. The truth is, we don't know how much we don't know.
So let's go back to this bus. Have you figured out yet which direction it would move if it started driving forward? The answer is to the left. But why?
I told you before that most kids under the age of 10 could get this right. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. Which way is this bus going?
That way.
Why do you think that this is the front?
Because the door is on the other side. This way. That way.
The door is on the other side of the bus, so the driver can let the passengers off at the curb. Kids know this better than anyone.
But how do you know?
Because we're smart.
Yeah, you are smart.
Science writer Shankar Vedantam reports on the many processes that happen completely outside our conscious awareness.
So why is the bus question difficult for most adults and easy for children? Well, for one thing, it's a lot harder for an adult to see this simple drawing as a fully functioning bus. To a child, this is how a bus looks. But before you get too hung up on it, think about the bigger picture. This happens to us all the time in everyday life. We constantly come across problems we can't solve, and if we were honest with ourselves, we'd admit it. Psychologists have a term for this: the illusion of knowledge. Whether it's the bus question or how a zipper works, your brain is wired to try and provide an answer. It's a basic survival mechanism to make you feel more in control. After all, nobody likes to walk around feeling lost and clueless, especially about things we think we should know.
The best way to see just how your brain fills in the blanks for you is to challenge it to get detailed about how a specific object works. Take a bike, for example. I'm setting up this next experiment, created by psychologist Rebecca Lawson, to see if our college students can do this very simple test.
So I have an assignment for you guys today. It's called Draw a Bike. You guys have all ridden bicycles before, right? You know what a bicycle looks like. It's got two wheels, etc. Yeah? Who knows what a bicycle looks like? All right, good.
Sounds easy, right?
Okay.
Well, let's see how you would do. Stop. Pay attention. Take a look at these 4 drawings of bicycles. Only one of them could actually work, but it's up to you to decide which one it is. Have you made your choice? Remember your answer while we see how these students did. It turns out that over 90% of our participants drew totally unrealistic bicycles. How can it be so hard for smart people to draw a simple bike?
So we've actually created these bikes here that reflect the most common mistakes that people make when they draw bicycles. You'll be happy to know that a lot of you guys match these perfectly.
let's see if you can spot which bike is actually functional.
The first one is this white bike over here. All right, so, Anne, tell me, here's your drawing. What's wrong with your drawing? What's wrong with this bike?
I have an extra bar there.
Which does what?
You can't steer the bike.
You can't steer the bike. So your prize is riding this mistake all the way down this campus.
Oh!
Come on. Okay, you don't have to do it anymore. Stop, stop, stop.
I was pretty confident that I'd be able to draw a bicycle, but clearly I didn't do so well.
Anne's bike looked like this. Option A. Is this the bike you picked? If so, you'd have a problem too.
Moving on.
Oh, no.
Lauren, can you tell me what your mistake was?
Well, it looks like it's backwards.
Yes. Are you surprised that you sort of messed this up?
I am. I'm
in
really
such a way?
surprised because my brain went, I know how to draw a bike.
Right.
I even added a bell on my
Right.
picture.
There you go. Would you like to see her ride this bike?
No, it's totally not working. I was so confident in my bicycle, I didn't even realize that it was backwards.
Lauren's bike looked like this. Option B. If you picked this one, then you'd be out of luck. So now we're down to 2 bikes. Dalton's bike looked like option C. Did you pick that one? That's incorrect too. It doesn't even have a place for pedals.
That's beautiful.
But if you picked option D, like Wesley's bike, then congratulations. You've been paying attention to your bicycle.
You have drawn a perfect bike.
What? I was like, what did I do wrong?
Oh, yes.
It's working!
Yes.
I'll see you guys later.
You know, our mental models of the world are not always as accurate as we think they are. But our brain doesn't like to feel unsure of itself, so it overcompensates and makes you feel more confident than perhaps you should be in many instances.
You've seen how hard it is for most people to draw a bike, and probably how difficult it is for you to explain exactly how a zipper works, right? So how does a zipper work? The slide that you pull on connects 2 sets of teeth that are specifically designed like hooks to interlock together at an angle when you pull the slide one way and disconnect when you pull the other way. Simple, right?
Even though you likely don't know how most things work, your brain believes it does. Your brain would rather pretend to know something than to admit it doesn't, in order to maintain this illusion that it knows all about the world.
This illusion of knowledge brings about a false sense of security in what you think you know, and also leads your brain to become overconfident in decisions you make every day.